Hi everybody, and welcome back to, I was going to say Curse of Strahd, but it's not. It's the sequel, Shadows over Ravenloft. How's everybody doing? This is our last game before our holiday break, and Jeremy's back. So what a wonderful time to come back, because we're immediately going on our 2-week break. It's going to be great. Everyone can relax, have a good time, enjoy the holidays, eat turkey, if you like turkey. Eat vegetables if you like vegetables. What the fuck am I talking about? So that's the main announcement. After tonight, we'll be back January 1st. And if you check out our Spotify, Mimics and Monstrosities, you can find Demystifying DMing, a really cool DM series about Dungeon Master tips done by Sam, who is the DM of Soldiers of the Lich Queen, and he plays Henry and Ash in Beneath the Tide. And he's really good at being a DM and giving people tips, so check him out and give us likes and comments and love and hugs. Because it's the holidays, and everybody could use a hug around the holidays. Because it sucks. So, without further ado, let's dive into our little sequel campaign of Curse of Strahd. For Curse of Strahd, Shadows over Ravenloft. And I got handouts tonight, too. Anyways. Oh, yeah, hold on. Hold on. No music right now. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's get some music going. Let's make this a juicy session.
Alright. Is there a way to turn off the music in Roll20? Because that's going on right now, too.
Oh, it totally is. I forgot. I stop it now.
Cool.
Did it stop?
Yes.
Cool. Because here we go. So speaking of spookiness, here let's get some music whenever it decides to get going. Ba da 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 da. Cool. It's been a year since the defeat of Strahd Von Zarovich. A year of peace and tranquility in Barovia. In the months after the vampire's death, the residents of the surrounding settlements, with aid from the surviving Bernard Bunsen and Ophelia Bauer, surprise, rebuilt Vallaki from its destruction and drove out all remaining forces loyal to Strahd. Turn that down a little bit. Bernard and Ophelia now share a home in Vallaki, a gift to them due to their aid in bringing down the vampire once and for all, and for their aid in the rebuilding of said city. The mists have cleared, and people now make common excursions to the other domains of Ravenloft. You two have theorized, possibly through discussions, that these other domains may have the answers you'd need to get back to the material plane. And it's a chilly morning in Vallaki. The early morning fog rolling in from Lake Zarovich and obscuring the city. People are bustling about the streets, selling their wares and going about their day. You guys find yourselves, the two of you find yourselves sitting down for breakfast, a wonderful assortment of sausages from wild game, courtesy of the local butcher Ernest Krasman, whom had arrived in Vallaki after it had been liberated from Strahd's forces and rebuilt. He had developed a close relationship with you two, after the both of you helped him find his daughter, who had gone missing in the initial attack on Vallaki a year ago. You guys found her a few months ago, captive in the lair of a hag dwelling in Lake Zarovich. He now brings you fresh homemade sausages weekly, and he keeps demanding that you don't pay him for them, but you always do. Today is his weekly delivery, and he's brought you a sack full of pheasant, deer, and bear meat sausages. He knocks on your front door, lets himself in, one of the few folks that you've befriended in Barovia, and he's been given this kind of courtesy, just kind of knock, enter, here's your food. He places the sack of sausages on the table and also presents a letter. This also came for you. A handsome young man gave this to me. Told me that I knew where it needed to go. I think he called himself Vasily. mentioned something about catching wind of your plight to leave Ravenloft, and that you travelled with a cousin of his for a time. I think he mentioned someone called Esmeralda. He also said he attached something useful. Don't know what that means. And he kind of slides the sealed envelope across the table towards you, Ophelia and Bernard. The wax seal is that of a phoenix rising from the ashes.
What was this guy's name again?
Ernest
The butcher?
Ernest Krasman. He's a plump human, quite plump.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Ernest.
No problem. So I'm supposed to just take you to Vasily if you wants to read the letter. Yeah, I got a carriage waiting outside to take you to him.
Fancy. Ophelia will grab the letter and break the seal.
Cool.
As
read it.
she does that, Ernest is just gonna, or I mean, Bernard is
Nice.
Bernard is gonna talk to Ernest a little.
How's your daughter doing?
She's all right.
How's in the best shape?
Yeah, she's all right. She's
Okay. She's still holding on there. No effects from the hags.
No, she's pretty good.
Alright, that's good.
She's been helping me do the hunting.
Right on.
She killed the bear that made these sausages.
Good for her. Good for her.
And Rose, I sent you the letter. If you click on it in Discord, you can actually read it.
Cool.
And what's his daughter's name?
Emily.
Thank you.
I am blind. Ophelia's reading it to herself while Bernard is talking.
Okay.
So
Oh, Justin.
Yeah.
All this is would you say that Bernard would have been able to in this year establish like a small forge for like hobbyist blacksmithing?
Totally.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And just for the sake of things, like you would have made this forge and run it as your own kind of business.
Yes.
Cool.
He's got mason's tools, which would have he's got proficiency with mason's tools and
Totally.
and smithery's tools. So the mason's tools would be used to create all of the forge with the clay and stuff like that.
All right.
And then the smith's tools would be for obvious things.
We'll say with the last month of business, you've made 240 gold, so you can add that to your.
Oh, okay. Cool.
The coins do still feature the visage of Strahd on them, because mass circulated.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ophelia, you finish reading the letter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's gonna fold it back up, put it back in the envelope for safekeeping, and just turn to Bunsen and be like, well, we are to meet associates of this person the butcher is taking us to meet. We're to meet them outside Krezik. Yes?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Yeah. Fancy another trip out there?
yeah, that sounds fine. Sounds good. I don't think we've been to Krezik in a while, so it'll be good to catch up.
Okay. Also, Ophelia, while you were looking on the envelope, there is a folded up map in there as well.
Oh.
Which means everyone on roll 20, you guys got a new map.
Yo, that's dope. Ophelia will show Bernard the map.
Yeah, totally. You see the other domains of Ravenloft. Barovia, Forlorn, Haslan, Cardacass, Sithicus, Invidia, Verbre, Valkan, Mordant, Rickamalot. Tons of them. There's a ton.
Very much so. Well,
Oh, Barovia's on the southern end. Okay,
yes. I have a red triangle, or a red square, drawn up for when you guys basically get to Krezek to kind of show where you guys are meeting everybody.
Cool.
Yeah. You see the map, you read the letter. So whenever you guys are good to go, just let me know. I'll be outside feeding the horses and doing what needs to be done. He just says, "Enjoy the sausages," and he steps outside.
Thanks, Ernest. Remind me, it's very early, I guess, in the morning. Do we have a cart?
Yeah,
Is it just the horses?
Vasily lent me a carriage.
Excellent.
And yeah, he goes inside to feed the horses and start to set up the carriage for travel.
Cool.
And yeah, you guys have a house. It's in Vallaki. It's about a 2-story quaint little house. Nothing too fancy.
good to know.
Well, Doctor, it's been a long time since we got any new news on a way to get you home.
And you too.
God, don't worry about me. If I wanted to go home, I probably would have wished for it.
As am I. I would have wished for it too. But we did not, and we are here now, so let's go on another adventure.
Let's. Oh man, I'm all fired up. It's been a long time since we got our hands dirty.
Yes.
And Garrett, the thing you mentioned to me about doing with the hilt,
Yeah.
you would have been able to do within that time frame.
Okay. Yeah, so during that time, Bunsen would have examined the hilt of the sun sword, looked at what type of blade would need to go in there, what type of shape it might need to be so that it would actually fit in there and be secured. Right now he still hasn't figured out the type of material, the best material to use for that sort of thing.
Alrighty. And yeah, during that year you would have sussed out that it lost all of its magical potency once its task was completed in destroying Strahd.
Exactly. So the hilt is just
a hilt.
Expensive platinum. Yeah, it's a platinum hilt.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just kind of, again, he hasn't really decided. He hasn't found a material that sparks his interest yet to try and make a blade for. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys step outside. You take the sausages with you. Road provisions.
Yeah.
It's a 10-pound burlap sack of sausages. It's enough sausages to last 10 pounds worth of sausages. A week straight. 2 weeks straight just eating a sausage.
Yeah. Why?
I mean,
yeah.
Wild. If you haven't had wild game sausage, wild game sausage is very good.
Yeah, it is.
It's like eating it every day.
It's so just
that's a lot of meat.
For for flavor, to kind of get an idea, what did I say it was? The meat? I totally forgot. Deer, bear, and pheasant, deer, and bear. The pheasant sausage is kind of like a darker sausage because pheasant meat is actually pretty dark. It's got like cranberries in it, and dried berries, and rice. The deer one is more traditional deer, sage, rice, because a lot of sausage has rice in it for binding. And because of the setting, the casings would obviously be intestine, not whatever the fuck thing, plastic thing. And the bear is probably a lot of stuff to offset how greasy and gross bear meat is, so lots of like fruits and... You have not gotten human meat sausages, so that's a good sign. And you guys step outside, and you notice familiar people walking around doing their daily business. Sunlight. Vallaki is no longer overcast. It hasn't been for about a year. There's been there's been rain and whatnot, but ever since the mists vanished and Strahd was destroyed, there's been sunlight, constant sunlight, and then nighttime. Actually, there's actually cycles. It feels like. You notice the armed guards patrolling Vallaki. They wear white plate armor now, and there's a symbol of a hand on the plate armor. And you would know those are the soldiers of the Lady of Death, who now resides in Castle Ravenloft.
So are we getting the vibe that she's, well, obviously definitely evil, but more so like kind of engaged in delusion of benevolence?
Sure, whatever you think it is.
Okay. That just seems like, man, she's evil, but she's like kind of going along with... Yeah, anyway, that's what it seems like to me, and that sounds fucking cool.
Yeah, just armored individuals roaming the streets. They are undead, the people in the armor. But they have yet to bother anybody. Nobody's bothered them, so they kind of just roam the streets, making sure no one, breaks the laws, murders anybody. And you guys get on the carriage. It's right there. Do you guys choose to get on? There's like a nice bunch of pillows set up in the back. There's like a tarp covering the carriage, so it keeps you out of the elements. He's just like, oh yes, they got pillows. If any of you want to sit up front, that's fine by me. But it's time we get going. And he climbs up onto the thing and just gets ready.
All right. Oh, by the way, the name of Bunsen's armory would be the Mighty Hearth.
Mighty Hearth. Alrighty. Cool. Alright. And the Blue Water Inn is still in one piece, and the proprietors are still alive, the entire family. That none of you would know. But they're still alive. You guys would have been to the inn to drink a couple times and would have seen them. But yeah, you guys clamber up into the carriage, wherever you want to sit. It is up to you.
Ophelia is in the back.
Okay. Where's Bernard?
Bernard's up front.
Okay.
He's bumped.
All right. And yeah, the carriage just starts heading along. Ophelia, have you shown the letter to Bernard yet? You've just shown him the map.
No, I haven't shown him the letter. Just the map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did. I just go off of what she tells me and the map.
Okay. All right.
He trusts me.
Ernest takes the carriage along, and eventually the dirt road gives way to cobblestone streets. And you guys leave the domain of Barovia, heading west out of Krezik. Basically, we're doing a little time skip here. You pass by Krezik, and you're leaving Barovia. And you see buildings that are ancient, made of stone. if I could equate it to anything, the buildings and overall feel of this domain that you're entering feel like Italy, like an ancient Italy. Probably like 1800s Italy.
So if you've ever played Assassin's Creed 2.
Exactly. That's the kind of vibe you get, is Assassin's Creed 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bernard must be like going wild.
Oh yeah.
Having a great time.
Yeah. This is the first time you guys have left Barovia. Yes, very Assassin's Creed 2 with the buildings and everything, and the roads. Sitting near the gates, passing into this domain, are two figures in hoods. A tabaxi and what appears to be some form of elf, leading more towards an eladrin. Ernest slows the carriage in front of the two figures. Jeremy and Brittany, would you guys like to tell us what we're looking at? We'll go first with Jeremy.
Okay. What you're looking at is, like he says, a tabaxi. I am. Let me pull up my description here. If I can make sure I get this right. I am golden with brown stripes. Yellow eyes. Seems to blend in with the rest of him with his fur. He stands very upright, poised and proud. He carries himself well. He wears semi-fine clothing. Right now, he wears thobe pants and a black Asian collared dress shirt. He carries an ornate quarterstaff, which has been roughly carved with figurines, and a bandolier on his belt of darts just visible below his shirt.
Excellent.
So he looks dangerous.
Yeah. And Brittany, what do we see when it comes to you?
When you look at my character, she's about 5'5", and she looks like she could blend in. She doesn't look like she's too much riffraff. She could be in the crowd. You wouldn't pay too much mind to her. She has like brown straight hair, pale skin, brown eyes, very, very muted, but she carries herself with a sense of like, interesting, but not interesting enough to go ask her about something. She has a burgundy outfit on with like straight pants. She doesn't have much dirt on her at all. She looks pretty poised at this moment, just watching. And yeah, she has a rapier on her side, and you can see what it looks like to be a dagger on her as well, maybe a second one if you look hard enough.
All right. You must be Vasili's associates. I'm bringing these here folk to meet your employer. And he Ernest gestures towards Bernard sitting beside him and kind of points to the carriage.
Wait, what was this planned?
Oh, she didn't. Oh,
Who are these people?
they're they're associates of the person you're meeting. You
Okay,
are
this is weird.
You are Vasili's associates, correct?
Yes, we are.
What would be something at least Vasili's associates would know, Ernest?
You guys have never met Ernest before.
No, I mean like but Ernest knows Vasily?
No? Or yes. Yeah.
So like he's Bernard is talking to Ernest and asking him what like to quiz them, like something that that they should know.
Sure. What building does Vasily own and operate?
The amphitheater.
Well, that's correct. Oh,
And Una's gonna look over to Nesla and just kind of give him the side eye, look back at them, look back at her partner.
You see Bernard let go of this like frying pan that he had on his hip.
All right. Well, if you're here to join us, I suppose you could hop on in. Could you tell me a little about yourselves before we bring you on board?
What's the lighting situation right now?
Day, sunlight. But because of what you are standing in a little bit of shadow, and you can kind of see some shadow in the back of the carriage.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for.
I figured.
Yeah. I'm just going to pop into the carriage.
All right.
And let my hood down and...
Yeah, he just...
Where'd your friend go?
Imagine you hear Ophelia's shell, like, oh my god.
Una's just gonna walk to the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll reach over and unlock the carriage door for Una.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you. She'll step inside and close the door.
Yeah.
Doctor, we've got some company. New feds, don't know if you heard what was happening there, but looks like this was planned. Do you know about it?
Oh, I'll tell you. Won't you?
Yeah, left that out.
Oops. I'll do better next time, you know.
Was there anything else you left out?
I honestly don't remember what I told you. She's just gonna handle the letter.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Here, she's just gonna be the letter.
Right,
That's
so she
great.
hands you the letter, and I will give you the
Bunsen
letter
is
as
now
well.
just like another one of your shenanigans, Doctor.
And I sent you the letter on Discord.
You know, every once in a while, Doctor, I get tired of your mind games.
What mind games? I'm not playing mind games with you. Do I look like the type of person to play mind games?
And you all feel the carriage move. And yeah,
I know you like to see me squirm every now and then.
I do enjoy that, yes.
So yeah, Bernard, you have the letter now.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And the carriage rolls along.
And Bernard just like Bernard turns his back on and leaves the three of them to chat.
Okay.
While he reads the letter.
Sure. The carriage rolls along. You can see people in hoods giving glances as the carriage passes. Peasants reeking of poverty sit in alleyways looking up at you all as the cart continues down the road. Ernest mentions that you're passing through the domain of Borka, and that this is the capital city of Levkarest. This place is dangerous. The voice changed again. Jeez. Nobles poison those who seek to oppose them, and the banks do whatever they can to reclaim debts. Beware if you find yourselves here. It's not nice. And there are more fleeting glances from passers-by, and you eventually find yourselves leaving the borders of the domain and pushing into the wilds. Not much to see here, friends. Zeidenberg, once part of the domain of Gundarak, now a hive for criminal activity and the black market. And as you all kind of glance around, look out the windows, Una and Nesla, you guys have been through here before, so it's nothing new to you. But for Ophelia and Bernard, Zeidenberg reminds you a lot of the same aesthetic of the buildings of Barovia, and there's really not much to see here. But the road carries on, and the day turns to evening, and a light drizzle falls around you, the sun setting in the distance. Bernard, you watch as Ernest pulls his hood up over himself to protect himself from chilling rain that begins to fall. And he pulls the carriage over to the side of the road and hops out. And he begins to just do some little extra precautions to the carriage to kind of protect it from the elements, like just putting more things over the wood so the rain doesn't harm the wood, and just making sure everyone is kind of kept out of the rain. Just gonna go take a piss and come back to feed the horses. So do whatever you need to do, stretch your legs, whatever. Then he flashes a smile and heads off into the woods just to the left of the carriage.
What a charming creature he is.
He's the best.
So, I cannot believe we've been introduced. My name is Dr. Bauer. And your names?
I would be Nesla, and I'm going to keep an eye on the woods where Ernest disappeared.
All right, yeah, he did not just like go to the side and just piss in front of everybody. He is concealing himself behind trees and stuff, so he is currently out of sight. But you can kind of keep an eye on the general vicinity of where he left to.
And I'm Una.
Pleasure to meet the both of you. This is my companion. I'm just going to gesture back to Dr. Bunsen. This is my companion. This is Dr. Bunsen. He's not really a real doctor. He's just like grave robber, so like don't go to him if you get hurt.
Hey, no, I put in my credits. Okay, I got all the college credits. You know, I got my degree. I got multiple degrees. Dang it, I put in the work for this doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
I am a doctor.
Oh, I should move the square you guys are currently now.
So I hear it's been a while since you've left Barovia.
I don't think we
have left Barovia, have we?
You guys have not left Barovia yet at all.
No. I think up until now we've probably just been busy trying to make the place as habitable as possible. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of... Right?
Yeah.
Never is quite a while.
Very much so, yes.
So, where are you guys from?
From a small town to the south called Harmonia.
Oh, you're actually from where we're going.
Yes.
Oh. Well, perhaps you could tell us something about it. How about, before you do, hold on. How about you? You're being kind of quiet.
I'm just listening to you, Doctor.
Yeah, okay, where you from?
Harmonia. It's quite a harmonious place.
Is she lying to him?
I don't know. Is she?
What do you say, Brittany? Should we do a roll off here? My insight to your deception, or persuasion, I guess, depending on whichever you're actually doing. You don't have to say.
Sure.
Okay. I have a 0 modifier on insight, so you shouldn't have to worry too much.
Don't jinx me.
Oh no. I rolled an 18.
Shit, I rolled a 15.
What do you get for bonuses?
I got a +5.
Oh, so then you beat me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
No. That's with.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
So, does it look,
I don't have to know whether she's lying or anything, just that it seems like she's not giving me everything.
It looks like she was trying to be amusing.
Okay, cool.
Huh.
After about 20 minutes, Ernest has yet to return. You guys just
Damn.
getting to know each other. We'll say more like 10 minutes. We'll say more like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, dang, that guy's got a hell of a bladder.
Or he's taking a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been about 10, 15 minutes, and he's yet to return.
Dr. Bunsen, while we're here, just asking for asking's sake, do you know how to drive this wagon?
Yeah, sure. You just grab the reins, go giddy up.
Yeah, no, I meant that. Are you good at it? Just in case.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Una's gonna
It's not
crawl
one of
up the
my-
back and sit next to him.
Okay.
Kind of chill next to him and just
I don't
kind
know
of
what you're
look
doing. I gotta.
towards- and looking more towards the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bunsen just looks at Doctor.
Dr. Bauer.
Mhm.
Hey, doctor. Maybe we should go check on Ernest.
It is getting a little worrisome.
Yeah. Ernest.
No answer.
And I'll just start walking.
Okay.
Ophelia will follow him.
Okay.
Like doing this, just in case like he really is just, going to the
taking a
bathroom really long.
piss, oh god. Yeah.
Just covering the eyes.
What about Nesla and Una? Are you guys remaining on the carriage, or are you following?
I'm going to look out at Una.
They just take off the carriage.
Una's gonna follow and just turn to Nesla and go, watch the carriage. We can't let anything happen to them. Don't think Vasily would be too impressed. Una's gonna follow them.
Okay.
Alright. Nesla will crawl up on top of the carriage and pull his hood up.
Okay. Your little tabaxi self gets on top. Kind of just sits there like a cat, cross-legged, just looking in all directions. The three of you, though, step into the woods, and after about walking maybe 30, maybe a little bit more, about 100 feet in, you guys see a trail of blood like something was dragged through the woods, and the blood appears fresh.
Oh, dang it. You know how I said I was pretty excited about this? I kind of forgot this part. Oh, dang it.
Maybe it wasn't Ernest. We don't know how well Ernest fights. He takes down bears for his sausages. Maybe it's...
I believe that's his daughter that does that.
Yeah, you're right.
He's just a
It's
butcher.
kind of useless.
That or he has some blood in his stool. Either way, this is a bad situation.
Yeah.
Dang. You got some funny zingers there. Let's go.
He eats so much sausage he just pisses and shits blood.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Do you follow the trail?
Nah, we'll just leave him.
Okay, cool.
I'm joking.
Reluctantly.
Viable option. This is Ravenloft still. So you guys reluctantly follow the trail?
Yeah.
Okay. After about a half a mile of walking quietly and carefully through the brush, following the blood, you guys come across a cave-like den. And Ernest's body... sorry, I read that wrong. At the mouth of the cave, descending underground, you see the mutilated remains of Ernest. His body has been ripped in half, the lower half of the body is nowhere in sight, but the blood trail continues down into the cave. His upper half appears severely torn apart, entrails and other viscera scattering the ground around the body.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Oh, what are we going to tell his daughter?
Oh boy.
He's dead? What else are we gonna tell her? He's off at the circus?
Oh,
Una's just gonna
no.
shake her head and just be like, oh, Vasily's gonna be so unimpressed. Oh my god, this was supposed to be simple. Okay.
Nothing is ever simple in this land. I thought you were from here. You should know that.
It's been a long night, man. It's been a long night. Okay,
Were you traveling all night to meet up with us?
Before we go in there, and she's just looking at Ophelia.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in there? Do you not want to go in there? If we go in there, we should probably get Nesla. I don't think the three of us should go in there alone.
I really don't think we need to go in there. You know, like we found him. I'd rather not know what did that to him.
Alright, Dr. Grave Robber. What's your take on this?
Any of you, decent at maybe figuring out what could have done this?
And he'll like creep closer to the body and look to see what type, if he's familiar with the scratches or maulings or teeth marks or whatever.
You see
to see if
you see the body's been torn apart by teeth and claws, and there are track marks in the mud around the body. So give me a nature check to determine what might have done this.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I was wondering if anybody else might have known. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. That is good. A 21.
They look like bear tracks.
Oh gosh, I guess it's... darn it. Yep. You see that right there? There's a bear.
That is unfortunate.
Does it look like he still has anything on him? Like
he didn't have
anything to
him.
Bring?
No.
But I mean, like, no, I don't mean as valuable. I mean to bring back as like proof to his daughter that
maybe like a wedding band that he had on.
Yeah.
Hey, Una, could you go get the ring off his finger, just so that we could bring it back as proof to his daughter?
Yeah, no problem. Una's just gonna trek over to the body. Just kind of like looking around, making sure that bear's not around.
All right, yeah, you approach, and you can look down into the cave from here, and it's a den. It just goes deep into a den. There's no like cave system, and the den is empty.
Huh. She's gonna mutter under her breath, that's either really good for me or really bad for me. She's just gonna go up to the body. She's just gonna take the wedding band off his finger and put it in her pocket.
All right. You get a little closer, and you can see he's been mauled pretty bad.
Oh, boy. She's gonna stand up, try to brush any blood off her. She doesn't want that on her. And she's gonna walk back to the group.
Yep.
Just so you to know, there was nothing in the den. So, let's be careful on the walk back.
All right.
Yeah. She's gonna start walking forward and look back, see if they're following her.
The party?
The body parts.
Yes, Ophelia and Bunsen.
Yeah, they're following, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys head back towards the carriage. And you see Nesla sitting on top.
We lost the driver. We lost Ernest.
Yeah, I got some real dead weight back there, Nesla.
It's not good. Does anyone know how to operate these things? I kind of kick the reins.
I mean, how hard can it be? Do any of you know where we're going? That's the real question.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, absolutely know where we're going.
All right, so I mean, I was up here. I saw how he was doing stuff. I think I could probably figure it out based on what I saw him doing. But maybe oh gosh.
Okay, everybody
Look
in the
towards the
carriage
sound.
now.
You look towards the sound, and you see 5 cave bears coming out of the woods, but they don't look good.
Everyone in the carriage.
They're covered in open wounds, seeping with pus. Their eyes are just pure white and opaque and milky. One of the bears is missing its lower jaw, and they're moving kind of weird and sluggishly. Yeah, those cave bears are undead. They're just like, and they're like, and then they kind of all do the thing where bears get ready to do the charge that they do, and they're about to charge the carriage. They're just like, and they start. They're about
from the front or the side.
The side that you guys just came from. You get
Oh,
you get
okay.
the sense they were stalking you, and they're about 60 feet away, and they're starting to sprint. Just poof, poof, poof.
How close are we to the cart?
5 feet. You're like right by it.
Yeah, hop in.
Hop in and just go.
All right. You guys are like leap in. Nesla's sitting on top of it. He kind of just does like a sweet little monk maneuver and rolls and gets back into the back of the carriage. And you guys are just like, and the bears are like, and they're chasing the carriage. You guys go across a wooden bridge over a stream. The bears do not follow because they cannot. They can't. They kind of just stop. And they just turn and go back into the woods.
Oh boy, I thought
Those are some real bad news bears.
I guess now that we're out of Barovia, Doctor, seems like the undead aren't under Leah's control.
Do you mean Lynn?
Lynn, yes. Sorry. A lot of similar names.
It's okay, I got you.
Who's the man?
That's a real long story.
It's a little bit of a personal question, and I don't even know you. Maybe a later time to tell that one. Doctor, do you know that the icon thing that Gorez was having? Do you know who has that now?
Nobody.
Oh, that's you.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah, she has the icon of Ravenloft because
yes.
Yeah.
Not the holy symbol of Ravenkind, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
That disintegrated when Revenant Gorez completed his mission of killing Strahd.
Okay. Alright, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
The carriage continues down the road. And after a bit, in the distance, you guys can see a massive dome-like building nestled beyond some trees. Looking at the map you received in your letter, you can easily tell that is your destination. Nesla and Una, you would know that is the amphitheater. After about 20 minutes, you guys find yourselves rolling down the streets of Harmonia. A very interesting-looking place. Very happy. A lot of well-dressed people roaming the streets going, "Oh, hello! Welcome to Harmonia!" And a lot of people are just sing-songing in the streets. Just singing to themselves as they walk down the streets and just have a grand old time. You guys and the carriage is steered towards the amphitheater and hitched up. And from inside the amphitheater, you guys hear what sounds like some sort of opera is being performed inside. And standing by the front door is a heavily armored individual.
Do any of you recognize that guy?
Nesla, you guys do. Oh! Una, Nesla. It's good to see
Hey.
you. Where's the butcher?
You are what you eat. So, unfortunately, he became a snack for some bears. Oh, yeah.
Huh. Well, what can you do? Shit happens. People die all the time. Well, Vasily is expecting, and he kind of steps aside, allowing you all entry.
Step up next to the door across from him and look back to the doctors.
Yeah, after this armored guy made his comments, Dr. Bernard Budson looked at the other good doctor, and kind of gave her a look like, oh boy, this is the type of guy that we're gonna have to deal with. He is very crass about our friend.
Maybe it's just the area. We are not in Barovia anymore. It is different. Weird lands.
You guys are now in the domain of Cardacass.
Let's go in. And Ophelia's gonna offer Doctor her arm.
All right,
Escort him in.
let's do it.
It's quite loud in here, and it's filled with rich and noble-looking people, very adorned in fine dress, and everyone is drinking wine. And there are people walking around with trays with wine glasses on them, and they offer all four of you glasses of wine. It's a very finest plum wine.
Una takes one. Just thank you kindly. She takes a sip on it. Looks towards Nesla.
Nesla does as well,
Yeah.
but takes a small sip.
Alright, Una and Nesla, you guys would know this is a common wine that Vasily serves the people that come here. And it's about 150 gold a bottle. It's very expensive wine. And the person turns to Ophelia and Bernard. Would you like some wine? It's very fine. All expenses have been paid by our wonderful host for this evening.
Certainly. Ophelia will take one and hold it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
we'll see.
rude.
We'll see how fine it is. I have a very particular palate.
Oh my god, Doctor, don't start.
Alright. And the server just walks away. And Una and Nesla lead you guys up a series of stairs, past numerous fine-dressed individuals, towards what appears to be a private sort of viewing box. And inside is a handsome, well-dressed individual. The man is wearing a maroon frock coat adorned in gold filigree, with a pair of maroon-colored trousers and pointed brown leather boots. He has long brown hair tied up into a ponytail. He also wears a very fine white silk shirt, with a slight frill around the neck and an elegant brown-colored sash around his waist. He stands up and turns to face you all. He's about 6'2". His face is quite narrow and chiseled, with a very pronounced jawline. Ah, I knew my associates here would find you wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I am Vasily von Holtz, Meistersinger of Harmonia. Wonderful to meet you both. Now, where is the butcher? I'd very much like to compensate him for his troubles in bringing you here.
We'll lean over and whisper in Vasily's ear that he didn't make it.
You see a look of sadness come across his face, and he grabs a bottle made of gold, and he pours himself a drink of the plum wine to Ernest, and holds up the goblet.
Una puts hers up to Ernest.
And he takes a drink. So, you may be wondering why I have asked for your audience. I couldn't explain much in the letter just in case it got in the hands of certain individuals. Your exploits and your defeat against the Devil Strahd have reached far and wide here in Ravenloft, and it's given the common folk a sense of hope for the first time in a long time. Hell, it's even given me hope that there's a chance that this place needn't be our prison any longer. You see, I have a theory as to why we're all trapped here in this place. Many of folks speak of whispers in the night, dark powers, so to speak. My research constantly mentioned a place in Barovia known as the Amber Temple.
And Bernard just like he is not very good at deception or even being subtle at all. He just kind of just turns his head and like with eyes wide open and looks at
you get an idea that Vasily is very perceptive and very insightful. He just looks at you and goes, interesting. This place is where these dark powers would give dark gifts to those who sought them out. I sent my 2 associates here, and he gestures towards Una and Nesla, to the Amber Temple to suss out these powers, but they found the place void of life and presence, as if whatever had dwelt there before was long gone.
Oh, that sounds like good news, Ferb. I mean, the last time I was there, it seemed pretty giving off a lot of bad vibes.
Interesting. Do you know anyone who took upon these dark gifts?
Yeah, they're all dead now, though.
I wouldn't. But from what I know about the dark powers, I wouldn't say that definitely.
Well, one of them I definitely saw that they were ghosts, the other one disintegrated, and I guess the one after that is...
and Bunsen kind of shuts himself up.
Oh, I already know. Again, exploits have gotten far, and word travels if you know how to listen. I know who sits in Castle. I know who now sits in Castle Ravenloft. That wasn't your doing, so don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Wasn't your doing that happened. So, which brings me to another thing I've dug up about these forces, manipulating events behind the scenes. I believe they are the reason Strahd was who he was, the reason all of the Dark Lords in Ravenloft are the way they are, but also the reason we are all trapped here. For all of us to go home, even the common folk that wander these parts, I believe we have to destroy the dark powers. A feat that is nigh impossible, but I have a theory. Nestled in the mountains is an old monastery known as the Night Chapel. It was once a home for monks and worshippers who dabbled in human sacrifice and necromantic magics. They all vanished without a trace 6 centuries ago, and no living soul has set foot inside there since, or so the stories say. My sources have told me that the information we seek regarding these powers lies within the catacombs of the monastery. Now, again, these are just rumors, but it's the best lead I have. I'd go myself, but as Meistersinger, I need to stay behind and ensure the residents stay safe, and no malevolent forces find their way inside. And he kind of like wrings his hands a little nervously, and just looking at his expression and the way he's kind of speaking, you get the idea he's kind of run out of options regarding the matter of trying to figure things out. And he says, I will give you something to aid in this quest, should you choose to accept. I already pay Una and Nesla quite handsomely. Should you choose to accept, I can do the same. You also, well, the carriage that I had lent to Ernest will be yours. I was going to give it to him, but with his demise, unfortunately, I believe that it's yours. You have more use for it than he does, unfortunately. And also, you are free to have rooms and come as you please to my mansion upon the hill, the Meistersinger's mansion. Nesla and Una live there with me. It would be a wonderful place to stay and offer up respite should you need it.
Would you give the doctor and I a moment to speak in private?
Of course, of course.
Before we make any decision?
Of course. Nesla, Una, come watch the opera with me. It's your favorite one, The Screaming Widow. Come, come.
Oh, wonderful.
And you get the idea the operas that play here are like penny dreadfuls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he sits down and just drinks more from his goblet. And yeah, Ophelia and Bernard, you guys can find yourself like a private little area that's quiet and talk.
What do you think?
I'm a little hesitant about the whole, like, no living soul has set foot there. And he's sending us.
Yeah, I was more thinking along the lines of this, the silly guy.
Oh. Well, I do think he's quite handsome. Yes.
Dang it.
He's a very
This
handsome
guy's putting
guy.
off. Okay, so we were in Barovia, which was the realm of Strahd. If these guys were in a different realm, who's the Strahd of this realm?
Well, I do not want to point fingers without knowing all the facts, but you
This
do make a
Nesla-
good point.
This Nesla, the Una, they're both pretty. They got a dark aura about them.
I'm not
See,
sure I
pretty-
like that little Una. Like, ugh.
They
I don't like
they're-
her.
they're all about like darkness and stuff, and I'm all about the light. This is all very. This is all clashing. It seems. I don't know. It's very. I don't want to get tied up in any of that darkness, but I mean, it is a quest, a direction to get you home. But
Do
yeah,
not
it all
worry about
seems
getting
very-
me home, Doctor. Don't.
well, okay, all right.
Don't
well,
worry your pretty little head about it.
allow me to cross-examine you here. Why do you not want to go back to your kid?
It's not that. I just do not want to leave a friend here.
Don't say that. Oh, please, don't do that. Your kid needs you. You're a great person. You're really talented. Gosh darn if they can't learn all that good knowledge in your brain there, they might not grow up as good as they could be. You gotta get back to them.
My son will do just fine with my husband.
Okay, well, all right. As long as you trusted it, it just seems really weird that you would be fine with leaving them.
Honestly, I enjoy the break from him. He's a handful. Sometimes it's a nice vacation.
And Bunsen immediately thinks back to her calling this Vasily guy handsome. And Bernard's just like,
Oh. So, I don't know. I guess tentatively accept, but keep ourselves on our toes. Is that what we're thinking?
I would say accept it, but do not trust the other two. If it comes down to it, leave them behind
Yeah, they
if we
seem.
have to.
Gosh, they seem definitely like the ones that'll just smother you in your sleep.
I do believe it might be wise to have a watch to make sure that they don't. You know, that little one, she's got knives on her. She might stab us in our sleep.
They both do. They both got one of them has like a bandolier of little dagger stabby things.
And did you see that shit he pulled when he just popped into the carriage? Like, that is very, I don't like that. I am not a fan of that one right now.
Oh boy.
Who knows what else they can do?
Yeah. Perhaps we should get into a scrap. Not with them, but like, you know, see what they could do. Perhaps we should go looking for a scrap and see what they can do against some evil things.
I don't think we should get into a scrap.
The scrap will find us.
Yes. Honestly, given our record, yes.
Well, I guess keep our eyes open, but I just felt like we needed to straighten that stuff out before either of us, you know. Hopefully we don't have to sign anything. He's a heck of a lot nicer than Lynn was. Lynn was making them darn demands.
Yes, I do remember those demands. Perhaps I should do the talking this time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh gosh, I get nervous sometimes. Okay, yeah, you go ahead.
So, just so I am clear on what we're doing, we are accepting the deal.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right. Do we like just go back in where they were, or like do we like say, hey, we're ready? Like
maybe I don't know. I think we could probably just sneak into the theater or just like pop in and see what they're watching. Maybe get a gist of kind of the tone of this place. See what they find entertaining. Maybe go from there. I don't know.
That would be a good step to figure them out.
All right.
All right. Just straighten the jacket and back in where they were.
Okay, back into the private box.
Yeah.
Vasily's still sitting there. He's like, oh, Nesla, this is my favorite part. It's where the widow murders everyone for killing her husband.
It is a really good part. Una takes a sip again.
Ah, Bernard, Ophelia.
In the background.
Yeah. And then there's like people off the side just singing opera music. Have you made a decision?
We have, yes. The doctor and I accept your terms.
Ah, wonderful. Let's go somewhere more quiet to discuss things, and you may ask me questions, so we can develop a mutual trust. Come with me, come. And he heads back towards the entryway to the amphitheater, preparing to leave the amphitheater.
We will offer her arm to Dr. Bunsen.
Yeah, this is by the way, the image of her offering her arm to a guy that's now 6'2" and she's still 5'5" is hilarious, and I love it. Because Buzz is just like, oh, thank you.
And you all make your way down the stairs, out the doors, down the beautiful cobblestone streets, and he's just silent the entire time, just humming to himself, just and he's walking, he's kind of doing swirling kind of motions with his cane, kind of flaunting off this little cane that he's carrying, more like a walking stick, and he's like and eventually
Ophelia is giving Bernard some side eye right now, like
and eventually leads you up towards the mansion, opens the door and gestures for you guys to go inside. Please. Guests first.
Yeah, okay.
Bunsen will go in first. He won't let
Yeah.
He's not gonna do the ladies first thing, he's just gonna walk in first.
Alright, nothing happens. He's like, oh, that was great. He looks at Ophelia. And yeah, Bernard steps in. He goes, my lady.
oh, thank you. I am a little lady, you know.
And he looks at Nesla and Una and just nods at them.
I'll step to the side and sir, and kind of gesture for him to go ahead.
He enters. And you guys are standing in a foyer. Very, very nice. Lots of suits of armor. Portraits of Vasily, just of himself, just in poses. Very douchey, kind of like pompous rich guy poses.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
One of them is him kind of standing up against a wrought iron fence, his hand on a wolf. Bare-chested.
Justin, I love this guy.
And
I'm in love.
And he's like, so, come, over here by the fireplace. And he mutters something under his breath, and the fire goes, and it flares. And he sits down in this very large red armchair. The back of the armchair is like 6 feet tall. And he just goes, so, please. And he gestures towards a large kind of couch, red velvet. And there's more of those gold bottles of wine on it. He's like, please, make yourself comfortable. That goes for you as well, Nesla.
My favorite color.
Ophelia will sit very, very poised.
Wonderful. Welcome to my home.
Bernard is just... After a whole year being, 9 inches bigger and taller than he was, he's just starting to get used to how big he actually is. Mm-hmm. So despite that, he's still kind of encroaching on other people when he sits down, because he's not just 9 inches taller, he's also like bulkier too.
Okay.
So he's just like kind of
Ophelia's used to it, probably.
Yeah. Welcome to my home. This is the Meistersinger Mansion. You both may look for rooms that are vacant. Once we sort of work out the details, you are welcome to stay here and have rooms, and not worry about the inns in town. And this will always be a safe place for you. So, Nesla and Una, please sit down. You're making me nervous.
I'll walk across and sit directly across from Dr. Bernard.
Okay.
Una will walk over and sit down. Sorry, Vasily, we've been sitting for so long. Just wanted to stretch.
Oh, you'll have many opportunities to stretch soon. If you go to the monastery. So, any questions from me for you, Ophelia and Bernard? Anything at all? This is a open place.
Bernard keeps his mouth shut, but just keeps...
He notices and goes, all right, Ophelia, any questions for me that you may have?
I do prefer to save my questions for the end. So why don't you say what you have to, and then I will ask questions after. Sounds
good. So since you have accepted the offer of, being in my employment, you could say I'm a friend first and an employer second. Meaning I will not tell you to do something that I would not do myself. The only reason I cannot go to the monastery is I do want to stay here and ensure all the people here are safe. And from the stories I've heard, you two are quite capable of handling yourselves. So, I am not concerned. And besides, Una and Nesla will be with you, and they are quite capable. They killed the old Meistersinger, who was the Dark Lord of this domain. Harkon Lucas, he was a wolf weir. Very bad. He was kidnapping children and turning them into werewolves. Anyways. Yes. Bad business. Let me see. Yes. I know your exploits very well. He hands Ophelia something wrapped in parchment. A gift for accepting employment. And he hands another pack. He hands a wrapped package to Bernard as well. For you, Ophelia,
Okay.
I have given you slippers of spider climbing. And for you, Bernard, a long sword of warning.
Slippers of spider plant. That would have been helpful when I fell out
Ooh.
the fucking window.
Man, word does travel, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This guy knows a lot.
I feel very called out right now.
So, what? Again, yes, you have rooms here. Should you take them, you may pick from any of them. Each room has a private bathroom, and a little private kitchen. Should you feel yourselves hungry, now there is a main kitchen where our cook very well makes very wonderful meals daily. So don't feel the need to dine with everyone. Don't feel the need to come down and socialize during dinner time. You may have your dinner in your room should you desire. Again, this is a free, open home. I do ask that you don't make the place a mess. No blood, no organs hanging over doors, stuff like that. And if you choose to do this for me, I will pay you a handsome fee monthly. How does 500 gold every other week sound?
Look to Bernard.
Bernard adjusts his glasses. Is that would that be sent parcel or
No, it will be put into your room if you are not here. If you are here, I give it to your person.
well, that sounds spectacular. Thank you.
And don't worry, nobody will come into your room to steal any of your belongings. We have a very harsh rule against invading people's privacy here. Everyone will have a key to their door. And the fun thing about these keys is, well, you'll find out eventually. It's fun. Your bedroom door can only be unlocked by you and nobody else. It's fun. So if you like your privacy,
I'm gonna be very shady, but it's fun. It's fun. No, trust me, it's fun.
just you have nothing to worry about. Now, Ophelia, do you have any questions for me?
I do believe I have a few, yes.
Excellent.
First of all, is more a question of what was this place like? Before. What was it like before you were defeated, the man?
Well, Harkon Lucas was the Dark Lord, and he resided in the settlement of Skald, just outside of Harmonia. So, he wasn't here. He was in the other city just outside of here. But when I got here, the place was, shall we say, boring? Quite boring. I like to make everyone enjoy music. I'm a graduate of the School of Harmony. It's a magic school. Not a magic school, sorry. It's a music school, musical school. It's a wonderful place. I think everyone needs song in their life.
And this Harkin Lucas, he had the same title as you?
Yes, he was the Meister Singer of Skald.
But he was also Dark Lord, yes?
He was the Dark Lord. There is no current Dark Lord of Kartakas.
Okay. Doctor, any other questions?
That was another thing that I pulled up in my notes. People saying that they were coerced and manipulated into becoming a Dark Lord because the Dark Powers were told them a Dark Lord is always needed, but that is not the case. So, Barovia could have not had a Dark Lord when Strahd was destroyed, and it would have technically have been free. Any other questions? I mean, I am an open person.
Any other questions, Doctor?
I mean, so this mission that you're gonna put us on,
Yes.
we're heading back to the temple?
No, I am sending you into the mountains near here, where the Knight Chapel is, an old monastery.
Oh.
Where the monks and worshippers that dwell within dabbled in human sacrifice, like I said, and necromancy.
Yeah.
And they all vanished 600 years ago, and nobody knows why or how.
So what's your relationship with the Dark Powers? What have your past interactions been with them?
There's been a lot of... Well, I contracted Nesla and Una and some of my other associates to kill Harkon Lucas after I found out he was kidnapping children from this domain of Kartakas and turning them into wolfweir.
Yeah,
that's
Bernard just another again, like can't help himself, but looks at the yeah,
and
looks at the good doctor.
I have heard the stories of who sits in Castle Ravenloft now, and what she does with her pale brothers.
Yep, yeah.
And well, everyone knows who Strahd was, and he was an asshole.
Yeah, he wasn't a fit.
Window.
Yeah, it's kind of a hobo.
Ha! Yes, I believe I have much better taste in decoration.
Yeah.
and Bernard kind of catches himself saying that, like he didn't expect to say that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't expect to agree with that, but he did. And yeah, he's just gonna shut up.
Okay. Oh man, I like how your Bernard's thing is just calling Strahd a hobo. It's funny.
Kind of was.
Yeah, he kind of was a hobo. A lot of hobos in Barovia and Ravenloft. So, where do you two come from? I know you're not from Ravenloft. Neither am I.
Where are you from?
I come from a place known as Neverwinter City in Faerun, the material plane. If you're not comfortable answering, I totally understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Faerun, but I never really, growing up, I never really stayed in one place. I've always been kind of wandering.
Interesting.
I did attend the college in Neverwinter. I'm surprised I hadn't. Maybe it's a different time. Does weird stuff. Like, seems like there's some people that have been here from times where that are long gone.
Yes.
Based on the history that they told me, like conversations in taverns. Seems like time gets kind of warped.
It does. Yes.
Yeah.
in all of these sort of interesting planes. The Shadowfell. Technically, we are in the Shadowfell, but we are in a subsection of the Shadowfell known as the Demi-Planes of Dread.
Ah, well, yeah. So, yeah, I've been. That's my the college. My schooling was all in Waterdeep. Or no, Neverwinter. Sorry, I meant to say Neverwinter.
Maybe we did see each other in passing, and that is why we're so friendly with each other right now. A sort of deep conscious recognition. And you kind of notice his eyes kind of like just drift away, and he stares at the portrait of himself that's bare-chested and posing. He's like, yes. Anyways,
Bunsen can't help but also look at it.
like six-pack. Definitely, he does not look like that. This guy's kind of somewhat skinny, but he's like well-defined, just not like that portrait.
Yeah.
So,
Bunsen ever so subtly flexes.
I can take him.
Bunsen is a bean. Oh.
well, you must be quite weary from your journey. It was a long one. It's now nighttime. So, I will let you look for your rooms. Choose whichever one you prefer. And I will send... Well, I will send for one of my assistants to come deliver you your keys and anything else you may need. Don't worry, it is not Una or Nesla. They are... Well, this is my personal assistant.
He said assistant, and all I could think of was like it's like a Siri or
assistant.
Alexa.
Yeah, an Alexa.
I have one of those. It's really weird. It'll randomly talk when I don't ask it to.
Yep.
He gets up and he bows to all of you. Nice. I heard it. And he bows and he goes, "Have a wonderful evening." And he kind of grabs a candelabra that's lights the candles and walks upstairs.
Ooh, quick! How does he light them?
Just runs his hand over it.
Oh, okay.
You also would have seen him kind of just mutter something, and the fireplace went. And he kind of just goes up the stairs. Feel free to help yourselves to anything. I'm quite rich, I can afford it. Ha! And he just goes upstairs. And the four of you are left alone in the sort of, well, this room.
I give a good little feline smile to Dr. Bernard.
Bernard can't decide if he's smiling or grimacing or baring his teeth. So Bernard is like just kind of locked. I don't know. Let me do it quick. Yeah, he doesn't know. He can't tell. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
So, Nesla.
How can I assist you?
But I don't know. Tell me more about yourself. I feel like you guys know a lot more about us.
As Vasily says, we're very open. What would you like to know?
I don't know. I guess maybe your profession. Maybe go into a little bit about your profession. What excites you? What Shut up, gods. I was being. It was not sexual excitement.
But
but yeah, what what interests you? What are you all about?
I'll walk over towards the door and start hanging up my robe and kind of flip my shirt up over the darts and tell him, well, right now, my main occupation, you could say, is as facilities security and assistant.
One of his assistants?
Assistant?
So what? I mean, in greater detail, like what interests you? Like, how did you get to this type of spot in your life?
Well, I grew up here in Harmonia. And, spent most of my life as a bounty hunter until I gained audience with Vasily and was hired here. Kind of similar to the way you have all just been hired.
Huh. You seem very poised. I don't know, you got this calm demeanor. But it's I don't know, you seem very in control of what you do with yourself. It's very weird. Doesn't get you. I don't mean that oh boy.
It's
As a
okay,
child,
doctor.
I received quite a bit of etiquette training. So,
Oh. Okay.
it comes natural after years.
That's awesome.
Oh, you'll have to give me some lessons.
I'm sure that could be arranged.
Oh boy. Does he still have his shirt off and everything, or what's going on there?
Well, I've got the shirt on, but the robe.
Oh,
off.
okay. Okay, I was just like, what? All right. Quick, cut to the other guys.
Could I show you upstairs to the vacant bedrooms?
I'm sorry.
That would be very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds nice.
All right.
Come on, doctor. Present the arm.
I'll start up the stairs.
Okay.
Whatever counts as fire genasi sweat is like kind of beating on
Sure.
Bernard's forehead.
Yeah.
It's
So,
just like patting the arm, like, it's okay, doctor.
yeah. So Nesla, I'm gonna lead you guys upstairs to some of the vacant rooms. I forgot to mention the mansion's about 10 stories. And yeah, you get led to these two vacant rooms. Funnily enough, your names are already on the door. Like he expected you to agree to employment. And you look inside, and the rooms are massive. Like too big, maybe, because there's like small little kitchen, there's a bathroom, and then there's the bedroom with a massive 4-poster bed each, in each of your respective rooms.
Are they close together?
Yeah, they are. They're like next door to each other.
Okay.
Well, knock on the wall if you need anything.
Will do.
In case there's any trouble.
No, this
As
moment.
Bernard goes into
What's up?
as Bernard goes into his room, I'm gonna put my paw up on his shoulder
Okay.
and look him right in the eyes and tell him, if you need
Yeah.
anything, my bedroom is down the hall to the left.
How tall is Nesla?
5'8".
Okay. So he's not too much shorter than Bernard. He's about 6 inches shorter than Bernard. About half a foot shorter. They're like, just like, hey, looking up at him.
And them big kitty eyes.
Oh, yeah, okay, where is it exactly?
Down the hall, it's approximately the third door on the left.
Great, thanks, buddy.
And Dr. Bunsen will slip away.
Okay. At this moment, Vasily is coming down the hallway again with his candelabra. He's like, and he's wearing a different outfit, almost like a long velvet nightgown, and his hair has kind of been untied and it's kind of draped down to his shoulders. Is everyone finding their rooms okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are my associates being friendly?
Very friendly.
Good, good. I hope Una isn't scaring anyone. She has a habit of being sort of blunt.
Hey, I can be very personable, can't I? I've gotten myself this far. See, they haven't been scared off yet. It's fine, Vasily. And she's
That's
just gonna
true.
pat him on
That's
the back.
true. That's true. That's true. Oh, just a word of warning. This place is minorly haunted, so it's not bad or anything. Like, you're not going to die or anything. Just some spooky stuff happens. So don't be alarmed if you see just creepy things. Like,
you hear Dr. Bernard from inside his room
say, I knew it.
it's
Go
fine.
ahead, sorry.
It's fine. The other people who I had employed here couldn't really handle the spookiness, so they all quit. So the only people that still kind of live here and work here are Nesla, Una, and the servants. And I don't like to call them servants, but employees that make the dinners. And the chef, he is still here. Well, you have nothing to worry about. You guys have killed a vampire lord, so you should be fine. Seeing a little spooky ghost or something wandering the halls. Okay, Nesla, Una, if I may see you in my quarters for a moment, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And he goes upstairs.
Hello.
Okay.
Yep.
Smiling at Dr. Bernard as I leave.
Alright. And Ophelia and Bernard, you guys get into your rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bernard's just gonna see about he's gonna look at this longsword.
Yeah.
And just kind of study the craftsmanship, kind of take notes. It seems to be of a really very good quality,
Yeah.
and he's just gonna spend time just kind
Sure.
of inspecting and getting as much out of its craftsmanship as he can.
So the hilt, you unwrap the package. The hilt is made of pure gold and studded with diamonds.
Oh.
And the blade is also made of pure gold. It's expensive.
How? This stuff. Super about.
And Bunsen will, since he knows that gold is usually very malleable, He's gonna like test this out and use the blunt end and hit it up against the bed to see how much it bends and if it stays bent.
It does not bend at all.
How? This is ridiculous. Gold. Oh man. Yeah, this is definitely magical.
And after that, it'll just prep for bed.
Okay. You wander over to your wardrobe and you open it and you see an assortment of very regal, expensive silk nightgowns.
Silk. Being a fire. Let's see. Silks.
Well, nothing's gonna burn if it touches your body.
You're right. But yeah, I'm just going off of maybe how it would feel against him, like whether he's like a fan of silks or not.
Don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think the giant runes are starting to have an effect on his tastes.
Okay.
In some regard, so he's more along the lines of furs and rough cloth.
Okay.
But so he just kind of looks at that stuff and is just like, yeah.
All right. And yeah.
He just doffs the armor and is in his regular common clothes for sleep.
I feel that you're in your room as well.
Mm-hmm.
You doing anything specific in there?
She's gonna wait like a little bit because she knows Dr. Bunsen at this time, and so she's gonna wait till he's like kind of focused on something, or the amount of time that it'll take for him to get focused, and she's gonna cast message, and just be like, so it looks like you've got the new friend.
Dang it, I'm looking at this darn sword.
Gross.
I should leave it at that and get ready for bed. Spin the top.
Okay.
She has. Yeah.
So
nothing special.
Sure. These 4-poster beds you both have. Ophelia, yours, the 4 curtains are black lace.
Fancy.
And Bernard, almost as if he sensed your taste a little bit. Maybe not the silks. Your 4 posters look like animal hides.
Interesting.
And Nesla and Una, you guys follow Vasily to his quarters. He's singing all the way, just da 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 da. What a wonderful night. And he opens the door to his quarters and he allows you 2 inside. It looks, as it always does, coffin in the middle of the room. And he wanders over to it and opens it up and goes, what do you think of them, Nesla and Una?
I think Dr. Bernard is rather attractive.
Ah, wunderbar. I was hoping that... That's good. Ha! Una, what do you think of your new friends?
That first encounter where they didn't have the same information, I don't know, Vasily.
Well,
I guess time will tell, but...
Una, we are alone. You don't need to call me Vasily anymore.
I'm sorry, force of habit.
I know. It's been a rough year for us, hasn't it? Everyone left. And he just kind of does a little wave of his hand. And Una and Nesla, this isn't a surprise for you because you've seen this before in private. But the disguise of Vasily von Holtz fades away. And standing there, cracking his neck, is Strahd Von Zarovich. And he's just like, ugh. Ugh. You know, I really hope they deal with these dark powers. I really hope they do. You know, it's interesting that, one, they didn't... Well, I think my disguise is pretty good, don't you, Una and Nesla? The Vasily disguise, it's quite good.
I think it is.
Yes. It's a bit weird hiring the ones who killed me, but I think it is the best course of action to end my curse.
And let's think, they'd never suspect it. Like,
True.
you think they'd pick up on something fishy by now.
I'm using the same voice. It is nearly the same voice. I almost kind of look the same as well. Vasily just doesn't have all the vampire features, but with some minor tweaks. And he called me a hobo.
I was honestly a little afraid something was going to happen once he said that, but I was just waiting for the show to start.
Oh, you know me, Una. Vasily is my good guy disguise. And, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I think I will reveal myself to them momentarily, soon. And who knows, once we destroy the dark powers, maybe I can finally have my rest. I thought when I died that would be it, but here I am, reformed by the dark powers. Ridiculous. Anyways, Nesla, Una, keep an eye on them.
As you wish.
Make
Will
sure
do, sir.
they don't do anything reckless or stupid. And did you see the look on her face when I gave her those slippers? I thought it'd be a little funny. It's fine. I killed one of them, they killed me. So we're kind of even at this point. Anyways, Una, Nesla, go have a wonderful sleep. I will see you all in the morning. And he just glides back into the coffin and the lid closes.
As we're walking out, I'm going to look at Una and say, I'll take Bernard, yes?
I got the chick. And remember, we're here to watch them. We're not here to do any funny business.
Okay.
You hear me, Nesla? Good.
And the two of you make your way back down the stairs to your bedrooms to kind of keep an eye out, an ear out. And we're going to take a quick break for about 5 to 10 minutes, because I need a new drink, and I gotta go to the bathroom. So, we're going to do a 5 to 10 minute break. We'll be back here very soon. So, see you very soon, everybody. Hi everybody, we're back. And you all sleep the night away, but Ophelia and Bernard, Nesla and Una, you all have dreams. The same dream, but you don't know it yet. You dream of Castle Ravenloft. You dream as I pull up music. You dream of lightning hitting the castle, and inside the castle you see Lynn. Not Lynn. Yes, Lynn. So many similar names. You see Lynn, sitting on the throne, and there's a bunch of commoners kneeling at her feet. And she stands up. Nesla and Una, in your dream, you don't recognize this person. But Ophelia and Bernard, you definitely do. The Lady of Death, Lynn. And she just walks behind each one of these commoners and just puts her hand on the back of their head, closes her eyes, and the commoner just sort of wilts, if a human body could wilt and decay, and they rise up as an undead. And she does it to each commoner that's in there. There's about 10 of them, and she just touches them each on the back of the head and turns them each into what looks like a ghoul, each of them. And she turns to two of her brothers, who are now decorated in black plate, covered in spikes and spires and bent, weird points. and they're all sitting on flaming horses of different colors, red, blue, green, and purple. And she just looks to them and she just says, "Find them." And that's when the dream ends. And you all awaken, it's morning.
Bunston, cold sweat. When he wakes up, he immediately gets his produce flame on his head again. It's like established at the end of the campaign, or at the end of the Curse of Strahd bit. His flame is now blue. His whole body is kind of in a blue flame. And he... Oh, sorry. And he nervously just gets up and gets ready.
Okay.
Nesla heads down to the kitchen for breakfast.
Okay. Vasily's sitting at the table.
Sit directly across from me.
Did you have a good night, Nesla?
Yes, it's all right.
Yes. It would be rude to start without the others.
Agreed. I just sit back and sip my coffee.
Vasily just goes, "Hello everyone, it's breakfast!"
Ophelia is gonna get up, go through her morning routine, get all her layers back on, and then go to Dr. Bunson's door and just kind of like knock. So, hey, are you awake?
Takes forever to put these buckles on.
Do you need
He's kind of
help?
struggling with the armor.
All right. No, I'm good. I got it. I think
And he realizes that even if he did ask for her help, she wouldn't be able to get inside.
Dang it.
And then he finishes and then opens the door.
How are you doing? Sleep all right?
I had odd dream, but dreams are usually odd.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it would be rude to keep our host waiting, especially after he called out for breakfast.
Yeah, he's been pretty nice. Definitely not like that stupid Strahd. Strahd was an asshole.
Yes, but too nice is the key word there. They're usually hiding something. What if he plans to kill us? What if we're breakfast?
Man, why would he even invite us? That's a long walk for a short dip.
Can Una sneak up by where they are and listen into their conversation?
Give me a stealth check.
Sure. 30.
I think that beats their passive perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. You can listen in.
It's just like, okay. And as soon as she hears them saying, like, "Oh, too nice, must be something bad," she's gonna, like, get up by them and be like, "Well, at least you have me. Balance that side out."
Spooky little child.
Dang it.
So that you do have a good sleep.
Oh,
yes.
Wait. Okay. So that wouldn't have set off my my longsword of warning because she wasn't actually planning on attacking, correct?
Correct, because it wasn't hostile.
Okay. Right. Okay. Thank you.
You are spooky little child. I don't like that. Don't do that again.
I'll try not to. Anyhow, you should get down for some grub. You know, the cook's pretty fantastic with his food.
Yeah?
Or you can just sip wine for breakfast, whatever floats your boat. I've done that once or twice. It's a pretty good morning.
Okay. Dr. Bunsen?
We shall.
Excuse me. And you guys watch as a little kid just kind of phases out of the wall and crosses over into the other wall, just...
Lahari?
Yeah, you get
Child.
used to that around here.
Huh. Didn't see that all night. Just right in the morning. That'll wake you up. Jeez.
Do you guys make your way down to breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, you make your way down, you see Nesla already sitting at the table with Vasily. Vasily's like, oh, hello everyone, I hope you had a wonderful evening and slept well.
But yeah, I guess Bunsen hears that and just kind of,
Could only have a
because
better
of his
sleep if I was
inflection.
dead.
Mm-hmm.
Just sits, walks over.
Haha. Yes. So, did anyone else have a dream?
It is very common for people to dream when they sleep. You'll
That's
have
not
to be
what
a
I
bit more
meant.
specific.
I meant
Well, perhaps if you were more
more
specific.
like seeing the castle.
I'll look up for my coffee and lock eyes with him.
Okay. Did anyone else dream about Castle Ravenloft and the one who now resides within?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I did.
Interesting. What about you, Bernard?
I imagine a lot of knowing glances are shared.
Okay. Well, Nesla Una?
All this rat.
Yep. Nesla Una. Should they try anything funny, you know what to do.
You're really gonna do this now, sir?
Fuck it.
Okay.
I have... Well... I have something I didn't have last time. Just in case.
You're the boss.
And the two of you are about to eat your breakfast, and he watches the visage of Vasily just dissolves away, and sitting across from you at the table is Strahd Von Zarovich, and he's like, hello, again.
Throw one of the slippers at him. Just as a...
Yeah. He's like, alright.
I'm going to put my movable rod in her chest and click it.
Okay. Apologies for pushing you out of the tower, Ophelia.
Apologies don't
What's
fucking cut it,
going
my
on
dear.
here?
Looks like we were right to suspect him.
When I died a year ago, at your hands, I came back about 2 months later in my coffin and found someone else sitting on the throne of my castle. And, well, when I died, I saw my parents again. And for a brief moment of respite, I was happy. And not this. That's why I want the dark powers destroyed to end my curse.
So you can sit back on your throne again?
No, so I can go back to being dead.
We could do that for you. You know, we just keep doing it.
Eventually,
feels
it has
good.
to stick.
It will not
You know?
stick.
Eventually.
It will not.
And statistically, you do it enough times, it's bound to work.
He smiles a little bit. Did you enjoy the vine?
The wine?
Yes, the wine. Did you enjoy it?
It was wine, you know?
Good. I seek you no ill will.
Swear on something that matters to you.
Can we get to the point already? I'm getting pissed.
I'm gonna look to Una.
Wow, and I thought I was the oof of the group here. Let's just all talk. Let's get this all out. He hasn't attacked you yet. He hasn't attacked us. Right?
I mean-
I get that I guess he threw you. He almost killed you, or he did kill
Well,
you.
the dead
but
come into my castle and move around in my
yes.
parents' crypts. And they killed my betrothed. So...
You did push me out of a window. And I don't really know how I got back, but let's save that for later.
The dark
Well,
powers...
he didn't kill you. Gravity killed you. There's a bit of a difference, isn't there?
Strahd,
He
you're
was-
stupid. You damn creep. You know, she wasn't your betrothed. You just took her. We saw when you died. We saw her spirit with your brother. You're a darn creep and a hobo.
And this is why the dark powers must be vanquished, because they made me into this. Death brought me clarity. And as for your friends who you lost in the castle, let's just say I have a few tricks up my sleeve still.
Will you bring them back?
Who says I haven't?
If you have,
It doesn't-
prove it. How are we supposed to believe you?
Doctor, they're gone. Let's just keep our peace with it and move on. Let's just try to get out of here.
No, I want to hear what the man has to say. He says he brought them back, or possibly. I would like to see proof.
So be it. He waves his hands through the air. The dining table kind of splits open a little bit, and a scrying pool rises up from the table. Look into the bowl. Whoever you want to seek, just speak their name.
I know Lynn's alive. The only other person she'd know would be Gorez. So she's gonna say Gorez and look into the pool.
Nothing for Gorez. Because of Revenant completing their task.
Yep. Looks like it did not work.
Alright. Listen. Obviously, you've got something going on. I really don't care, alright? But we want to get out of here. You seem to want to use us for something, however, creepy you might be. What do you want?
I told you I want the dark powers destroyed so I can go back to my eternal rest.
Okay, I mean, what do you want us to do?
Find them and destroy them.
You're being vague. I mean, give us a... Where do we go? What do we do?
I already told you.
I could just start.
The monastery. If the Amber Temple is, as I saw, vacant, my next lead told me the monastery up in the mountains.
Dr. Bauer, if this place is anything like that Amber Temple, it's gonna be rough.
Do you think we can handle it? Honestly, do you think?
Guess that all depends.
And he's just gonna like before Bunsen had been kind of like sheepish and stuff, but now he's fucking pissed. He's in like he's just about to go in his giant's might mode, like Hulk out and shit. So he's just looking all of these people in the eye and getting ready to freaking throw down.
Sure.
When he just looks and says, and is just like,
all depends on what these guys are gonna do.
They will, if you harm me, they will kill you.
It appears you have us backed up against the wall. No choice but to continue our working relationship.
And the promise of payment is still a promise.
Is there a place the doctor and I can talk
Yes.
privately? I feel he has some things to get off his chest.
There is. The library is quite safe. I have purposely made it so.
And I'll look to Strahd for permission to let her up.
He nods.
I'll now click it and take a step back.
Thank you. She's gonna look at Una and just be like, I don't want anyone else in the room.
Just kind of, and just kind of started eating like a muffin off the table, like this is a normal everyday thing. She's just like, yep.
Come on, doctor. He's on the arm.
yeah, he very firmly takes it.
She'll get directions to the library and then go.
It is down the hall, first door on the left.
Thank you. Come on, doctor.
You guys.
Bernard
Come in.
is stomping all the way
Okay.
there.
Okay. Strahd
Lead
leans,
him in.
Strahd leans back in the chair as you guys leave, and he goes, it's a good thing I got more powerful than the last time I met them.
Would you like me to keep an eye on them, sir?
No, it's fine.
In that case, Nesla sits down and continues his breakfast.
Yes. Una, Nesla, let's just enjoy our breakfast.
Una's just looking around for the wine, just like, yeah, having a nice grape salad over here.
As per usual.
Nice.
And yeah, you guys go into the library.
She's gonna close the door.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that no one followed them in.
No one followed them.
Look in all the corners. And she's gonna go up to Bernard and just be like, okay, talk. Get it out. What's going on? Let me in.
He's
Come on.
breathing like heavy, and he just starts nerd raging, like fucking flipping over tables, just like punching things, throwing books around.
It's like, I hate this creep. He's such a he's the creepiest of the creepy. Makes my skin crawl. He's the worst.
Okay, come on. Let's keep it going. That's not all. Come on.
The bastard, freaking hobo.
Just spiking books onto the floor. And just like,
can't believe how unaware, how unself-conscious this guy is. He doesn't even know, like, that poor woman's soul. He's just constantly, like, coming at her like a dog. Just the creepiest of the creeps. This is the worst.
Ophelia's just like listening and nodding, but also going around and picking up the books that Bernard is throwing and putting them back. Just damage control at this point. And just letting him go. Just letting him rant.
Dang it.
he like pulls out the hilt of the sun sword and like just tries to use it again.
Nope.
Like he just trying to will it to work.
No.
Useless.
Ophelia,
Spikes that onto the floor.
when you're picking these books up, a lot of them kind of have the same subject matter.
Okay.
It's all a lot about like reincarnation, a lot about wishing, and one of the, like, you kind of like just briefly see like a bookmark in one of these books, and it's the book about the art of the wish spell and stuff about that.
We'll bring that point up when the good doctor is done.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of these other books are how to cure vampirism and stuff like that.
Does Dr. Bernard seem like he's letting up anytime soon? Is he calming down now that he's getting it out, or is he just getting more riled up?
He's kind of, well, after a while, he just looks at you to see if you're pissed too, because he's like, you should be pissed. You should be just as pissed as me. Like, he just gives you a look. He doesn't say anything, but he's just like kind of quizzically just still panting and like angry and just looking at you like, ah!
Ophelia's in doctor mode right now, so just the straight face. Just
Yeah.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. What if he has changed? What if all that stuff we knew him in the past has gone now? What if he really is trying to just get some rest?
He's still an asshole. Couldn't you tell from this morning? He's just the biggest dirtbag.
No doubts about that. That hasn't changed, but I think our plan should still be the same.
The moment
Except-
he's done. Sorry.
Just accept but watch ourselves. Don't trust the others. Because if he's right,
When he's
and
done
we get to
using
go
us,
home,
they're gonna kill us.
then we'll have to make sure that we get them first. Okay, you're strong. You can probably hold them back. You're good with a sword. You could stab. You know? I can get in their minds.
I'll have to... Alright, strategy-wise, I think it's best if I go after Uda.
Yeah. I think getting her to stay in a place and not sneak around would be the best. She's very sneaky, that one. And what are we going to do about the other? Mr. Cat.
Bernard just kind of looks.
Oh, you figure that one out. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
You don't like your new friend?
Creeps me out. He's got them same creepy vibes as Strahd.
I see. Well, I am leaving this in your hands, Doctor. Do we continue on? Do we just say goodbye and, try and find our own way home? Try and find our way back to Vallaki?
It's weird. You gave me this freaking tacky-looking gold sword, but it is magical. It seems to have a warning enchantment on it, meaning that these guys at least can't kill us in our sleep. So, I don't know why he would trust us enough to give us that if he planned on killing us anytime, but you know what I mean? So I'm curious as to whether this is a real enchantment. I'll have to test it out sometime, but if that's the case, then they at least don't plan on taking us by surprise.
Yes. Well, we fought him once. We can do it again.
Yeah, but...
And he'll reach down and pick up the hilt.
Have this guy.
We'll find another way.
All right. You're gonna... I have to leave the talking to you for this next part. I think if I speak too much, I'll just make a mess of everything.
Don't worry about it, Doctor. What do you say? You and I?
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. You good? Are you calm now? Or are you gonna, Are you gonna be good? Calm?
Just looking at him's gonna make my hair stand on end.
Then don't look at him. Keep your eyes on me, okay?
Alright. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. You guys head back to the...
Did you pick up that sorry. It looks like my internet's slowing down again. Sorry guys. Did you pick up that book?
She did, but she put it away.
Okay.
It'll be a conversation when we're not in this.
Okay, cool.
So you guys head back to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sit down?
Yes.
Bunsen doesn't sit down.
Okay.
Yeah. Bunsen will just be right behind Ophelia.
All right.
Just standing behind the chair.
To make things less hostile, he casts Zone of Truth.
Now, good sir, I happen to know that spell.
Ask me anything.
With
I
a
cannot lie.
-2, with a -2, Bernard got a 12 on the save.
That's a fail.
That's a charisma save, correct?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's see. What do I get? Yeah, natural 1, baby. For an 11.
Una and Nesla, you guys can. You don't need to. Do
I
anything.
don't fight it.
Sure.
I don't either.
Okay. Yeah. Neither does he. Ask me anything. I cannot lie.
I guess the most pressing question is, at least for me, once we finish this mission of yours, defeat the Dark Powers, will you kill us?
No. I will be dead.
Will your associates kill us?
No.
I would prefer to hear them say it.
All right.
No.
I will do as Strahd commands. No.
If it ain't in the contract, they ain't doing it.
I guess the next question is... I honestly don't have any more questions. Doctor? She's gonna cast message on the doctor and just be like, is there anything you
He's
want me to
Still a
ask?
creep for Tatiana.
Do you have any questions you want me to ask?
Oh, shit. Is this log sort of is the warning enchantment on this log sword real? Is
Ye-
it true?
Yes.
Is it accurate?
Yes.
If we defeat the Dark Powers, will we be able to go home?
Yes, because they are the ones that brought you to Barovia. Through me they did it, but destroying them you will go home.
And what of Tatiana? Your supposed bride. Where is she?
Could you lay out
She is in the afterlife with my brother Sergei.
And are you happy with that, or are you going to pursue her?
I am happy with it. The Dark Powers made me murder my brother and hunt her down. Somehow when I was killed, or sometime around that point, things changed. I feel like I did before this curse came upon me.
I will be completely honest, I do not trust you, but that should not prevent us from working together to achieve the common goal.
And I cannot lie, I'm in a zone of truth.
Where do we start? Where is this monastery?
Up in the mountains to the east.
The east? How long will it take to get there?
No more than a day. Your friend, the half-orc.
You got any questions for me? Because I'll be painfully obvious.
She did a very good job with that wish spell.
Did she now?
I believe so.
Do you know much about the wish spells, Strahd?
No. Trying to figure them out, but no.
Well, trying is better than nothing.
As for questions for either of you, I do not have any.
What's up with the dragon? We got a little taste of something about it earlier. In that, the dragon from Barovia.
But the dragon Argynvost or Argynvost?
Yeah.
When I was corrupted by the dark powers, my armies destroyed his armies, and I entered Argynvost and slew him.
Bernard sees this as an opportunity to learn stuff, and is just gonna he's gonna try probing for like just historical knowledge. We don't have to completely go into all of the RP around it, but that's just what what he's gonna start doing.
Okay.
Well, Felix's gonna put her hand up to see if the doctor will take it. Just be like, what do you think, doctor?
Dang it. Just make the best of the situation.
And I believe our working relationship is still on.
Good.
When do we start?
Whenever you are ready.
Then let us get started.
Alright.
Felix's gonna stand up.
Okay.
Try and find that slipper she threw at him.
It's on the table still. Like right in front of him.
She'll walk over and grab it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Are you two coming?
I'll look to Strahd.
He nods.
Una looks at you, looks at Strahd as well.
Yes.
She just downs the rest of her drink, puts it on the table, and goes, "All right, let's get started, shall we?"
Just in case there are lingering spirits of those monks up in the monastery, be on your guard.
Always am.
Do not stray. Stick together. They've been abandoned this long for a reason, I assume.
Thank you.
He just bows.
I'll open the door
Mm-hmm.
to the dining room.
Nesla, Una, before you two go, actually any of you, should you find anything about returning ghosts back from death, anything like that, please let me know.
Yes, sir.
Business to attend to. And he dons the disguise again of Vasily. And good luck, everyone.
I'm going to look to the doctors.
Should we
Bunsen's
go,
just gonna
doctor?
Bunsen just spits on the floor, spits on the ground, and just looks at all of them.
Please don't make a mess.
If I was who I was before, I'd kill you for that, but things have changed.
Oh, I thought we had left. I didn't think Strahd was still around.
No, he still was.
But yeah, okay. Cool. That's fine. He still would have done it.
The carriage waits.
Ophelia is going to wait for Dr. Bunsen to leave first.
Yeah, Bunsen will storm out.
Alright. As you all make your way towards the carriage to head towards the mountains to the night chapel monastery. That's where we're going to end this session until January 2nd. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Got a decent amount of time to figure out what happens next. So, good night, everybody. And happy holidays. Be safe over the holidays. Have fun. Be kind. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.